where we read prayer. The current theme is Prayers of King Chitraketu. It's from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 16, verse 34 to 48. Today we have a very wonderful devotee, Amruta Mataji, who will be presenting the verses and her realizations. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna devotees. Thank you for providing me this opportunity. I'm totally not qualified, but I'll try my best. uh, Thank you everyone for encouraging. Thank you Satyasar Prabhu and Jai Subhra Mataji, Prashant Prabhu for offering me this service. So I will share my screen. I hope you all can see my screen.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Already. So, as you all know, that the theme for BhagavatSanga from past few months is prayers of King Chitraketu from Canto 6, chapter 16, verses 34 to 48. So I'll just start with invocation of prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Please forgive any offenses that I make, and I'm trying my very limited knowledge to explore these verses. So I'll just give you all summary of King Chitraketu Maharaj story. As you all know that King Chitraketu had no sons. He had all the opulences in his kingdom. He was very like a pious and righteous king, and would always perform for the welfare of the kingdom. Like all the things that he performed was in the righteous way, and hence hence everyone, basically all the elements, earth, mother nature, and also everything was in coordination. Basically there was no kind of like random calamities or anything that would affect the kingdom and the citizens of the kingdom. Everything was going well, and he was so like um, very devoted to all his work. um, Only one thing that was bothering him, that he had no son, and he once got opportunity to meet the great sage Angira. And Rishi Angira inquired from the king about his welfare, expressed his morseness, and therefore by the great sage, like king sage Angira said that we can perform a yajna, and like he will give uh, his wife what we call sweet kheer or something, you call. And then by having that, your wife and you will conceive a son. So initially, like as you all know, Chitraketu Maharaj had a lot of wives. So there was little dilemma that who should he get this sweet. And then his first wife, Kritadityu, she had the sweet, and they had a son. Everyone in the kingdom was very happy. They have a someone to run the kingdom after the king's retirement. So everyone was happy and very like enjoying. Um, but what happened in the process is that he got very attached to his wife and the son, and other wives were kind of envious, and they were like, initially king used to give us equal attention, but now he's more focused on his son and his wife. They got special attention. So the other wives, they got envious and they gave a poison to the child. And like once the baby was sleeping, and they gave him poison, and Kritadyuti was, why my son is sleeping for so long, let me go and check. And to her shock, she was like, the son is not getting up. And they were shocked to see the son's death. And then Narad Muni and Angira, they both went. First, Rishi Angira went, and they were talking about it, and uh, like lamenting about the death of the son. And after some time, Narad Muni also came, and Narad Muni were trying to explain what happened, and he's like, okay, if you want your son back, I can with his mystic powers, I can see if he is back to his life, and then he comes back to his life. But again, like he is almost like once he is back to life, he's like, who are you guys? They are like, we are your parents. And then, oh, then which parents? I had so many parents in so many births, so many lifetimes. uh, I don't recognize you. Are you from the animal life that birth that I took, or from other planets, or and they were shocked. King Chitraketu was shocked by this conversation with his son, and they decided, like, I think Narad Muni also explained them, and they decided that why are we being an obstacle in his path to Supreme Personality of Godhead. And they finally decided that, okay, we let him resume his path to Godhead. And then uh, King Chitraketu took an advantage of Narad Muni being present there, and he took mantra, and like he did meditation for several days without any food, water. And then he understood the reality of life, the meaning of life, and the purpose of life. And then in the realization, uh, I'll 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 try to chant the verses and read the translation that Prabhupada gave, and we can go from there. So this is these are from the prayers of King Chitraketu. So this is the first verse, 1634. Chitraketu uvacha अजिताजितसामामद्भिः सद्बुहिर्भवञ्जितामभिर्भवता वितजस्तेऽपि च भजतम् अकामत्मं यात्मदोति करुणः. Chitraketu said, O conquerable Lord, although you cannot be conquered by anyone, you are certainly conquered by devotees who have control of the mind and senses. They can keep you under their control because you are causelessly merciful to devotees who desire no material profit from you. Indeed, you give yourself to them, and because of this, you also have full control over your devotees. So I took some snippets from the translation. So this verse tells that the Lord, only pure devotees can conquer Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like, for example, gopis conquered Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna conquered gopis. So vice versa. And there's a special distinction between devotees and the transcendentalists, namely jnanis and yogis. That jnanis and yogis artificially try to become one with Supreme, whereas devotee never aspire for such an impossible accomplishment. Devotees know that their position is eternally like servants of Supreme Lord and never be one with Him. Therefore, they are called uh, Jitatma. All the activities of their senses are engaged in the service of Lord. Because of such devotion, the Lord gives Himself to His devotee as if He could use him for any for any purpose they might desire. Of course, uh, that doesn't mean, like, of course devotees have no purpose other than to serve the Lord. When a devotee fully surrenders and has no aspiration for material profit, the Lord certainly gives him all opportunities for the service. This is the position of Lord when conquered by his devotees. So and also I feel like one of the example that I relate to and very near to my heart is the friendship between Sudama and Lord Krishna. Um, how helpless Sudama was without any wealth. He went to Lord Krishna for his wife meant to go and seek material help, but Sudama was so devoted to Lord Krishna that even without telling or explaining his problems, Lord Krishna totally understood what he wants, and he transformed his small hut into a big, I would say, a palace, kind of a palace, and satisfied with all his so all his material desires. But one of the quality here is undiluted devotion to Lord Krishna, and mm, like surrendering, but not as if like you are yagnis or yogis who are trying to become one with the Lord, but being a servant to the Lord. So that was one of the example. So we can move to the next slide. um, Next verse. um, Twa vibha khalu Bhagwan Jagad Udaya Sthiti Layadini Vishwas Rajaste Mamasa Tatramrasas Pradhanti Prathag Abhimatya. Translation: My dear Lord, this cosmic manifestation and its creation, maintenance, and annihilation are all about your opulences. Since Lord Brahma and other creators are nothing but small portions of a portion of you, their partial power to create does not make them God, Ishvara. Their consciousness of themselves as separate Lord is therefore merely false prestige. It is not valid. So, from this verse, what I understand is that everything comes from you, Lord. Even the demigods and other creators, like each and everything that we possess, or this world, this planet, and this creation is part of you. Even the demigods are part of you. Like sometimes we feel like, hey, I have a job, and I have a big house, and I have this, I have made this, my handwriting is so good, my kids are doing amazing in the school and college. So there comes a feeling where we think that it's coming from me, it's coming from my creation, but that's not valid. This verse says it's all part of you, and it is all coming from you. So we have to understand that. So I'll read little bit summary from the purport. Devotee who has fully surrendered to the lotus feet of Lord knows very well that creative energy of living entities from Lord Brahma down to small ant exist because the living entities are part and parcel of the Lord. In also Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, Mama Visho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. The living entities is in the conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. The living entities are nothing but very small portion of the Supreme Spirit, like sparks of fire. Because they are part of Supreme, they have a creative quality in a very minute quantity. The actual creator, the original creator, is the personality of Godhead. Only in the interim does someone create something with intelligence applied by Lord, and later the creation again becomes a problem. Therefore, so called creator is not to be credited with the act of creation. The only credit it goes to Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is rightly stated herein that the credit for all the opulence of creation, maintenance, annihilation belongs to Supreme Lord and not all the living entities. Like sometimes we feel like, um, yeah, I did an amazing amazing session on BhagavatSanga, or I did an amazing kirtan at temple. Oh, this service, yeah, it was so good. I mean, it just happened. So sometimes we get that feeling that it's all part of me, and it's all because of me. But we have to understand that this all creative energy is coming from Lord himself, and uh, just uh, just be grateful for that and try to render the service selflessly. So this is one of the thing that I learned from this verse. So we'll get to the next verse. um, परमानुपरामा महतोस्त्वम् आद्य अनन्तरव्रती त्राय विरुद्धः अद्य अन्तेऽपि च यत् ध्रुवं तद् एवन्तरलेपि. You exist in the beginning, middle, and end of everything, from the most minute particle of the cosmic manifestation, the atom, sorry, to the gigantic universe and total material energy. Nonetheless, you are eternal, having no beginning, end, or middle. You are perceived to exist in these three phases, and thus you are permanent. When the cosmic manifestation does not exist, you exist as original potency. This verse mentions that um, you are um, you are part of like cosmic manifestation. You are uh, eternal. Basically, uh, from this reminds me of Brahma Samhita shloka, Anadir Adir to Govinde. Basically, there's no beginning, no end, there's no middle. You will be eternal, and that's the truth. So that's the original potency. So that's what this verse is emphasizing on. But I'll also again read what the translation was giving the meaning. Everything is caused and manifested by the energy of Supreme Lord, and when everything is annihilated or dissolved, the original potency enters the body of Supreme Lord. Therefore, this verse says, Adva ante api cha tattvam yat dhuram tat evantaripi. The word Dhruva means permanent. The permanent reality is Krishna, and this cosmic manifestation, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, Aham Adir Hi Devanam and Mata Sarvam Pravartyate. Krishna is the original cause of everything. Arjuna recognized Lord Sri Krishna as original person. Purusham Sastvam Diyam Adi Devam Ajam Vibhuham. And Brahma Samhita describe him as original person, Govindam Adi Purusham. He is the cause of all causes, whether it's at beginning, end, or in the middle. And also, I like, I don't know uh, what reference is it, but uh, again and again, there's reality is I think I'm not getting the reference, but the reality is that you are the supreme, and we are just like part and parcel of you. Um, I think I think it's from uh, yeah, it's from Brahma Samhita, as described in this uh, purport. So we can go to the next verse. Verse 37. Shiti adbhir esva kalivrata saptabhir dasa gunottarer ananda kosha yatra patyete anukalpaha sahanda koti koti bistat antaha. Every universe is covered by 7 layers: earth, water, fire, air, sky, the total energy, and false ego, each 10 times greater than previous ones. There are innumerable universes besides this one, and although they are unlimitedly large, they move about like atoms in you. Therefore, you are called unlimited, Ananta. Um, this verse is explaining how Lord Krishna is limitless. There's no end, there's no start. All the 7 layers are rotating, are around you, and like there are unlimitedly large universe, and they all move about like atoms in you. We can read about the translate the purport here, the snippet from the purport that is relevant to this verse. The origin of the material creation is Mahavishnu, who lies in the causal ocean. While he sleeps in that ocean, millions of universes are generated as he exhales, and they are all annihilated when he inhales. The Mahavishnu is plenary portion of a portion of Vishnu, Govinda. The word Kala refers to the plenary position of a plenary portion. From Krishna or Govinda comes Balram. From Balram comes Shankarashna. From Shankarashna comes Narayana. From Narayana, the second Shankarashna. From second Shankarashna, Mahavishnu. From Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu. And from Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Shirodakshay Vishnu. Shirodakshay Vishnu controls every universe. This gives us an idea of the meaning of Ananta, unlimited, what is said to be the unlimited potency and the existence of the Lord. The words describe the coverage of the universe. The first covering is earth, the second covering is water, third is fire, fourth is air, fifth is sky, sixth in total is material energy, and the seventh is false ego. Beginning with covering of earth covering is 10 times greater than the previous one. Thus one can imagine how each universe is, and there are millions of universe as confirmed by Lord himself. So we are just part of one small tiny planet Earth. There are millions of universe. So you can imagine um, uh, how I would say this how it's beyond our imagination. One even can't imagine the infiniteness, limitless of Lord's mercy and the Lord's existence. I think we are at the last. I just picked few verses, so I am at the last slide. So this is the verse 38. Uh, so Vishayatra naro pasavo ya upaste vibhutir na param tvam tesham ashisha isha tad anuvinashanti yatha rajkulam. O Lord, O Supreme, unintelligent persons who thirst for sense of enjoyment and who worship various demigods are no better than animals in human form of life. Because of their animalistic propensities, they fail to worship your lordship, and instead they worship the insignificant demigods, who are but small sparks of your glory. With the destruction of the entire universe, including the demigods, the benediction received from the demigods also vanish, just like the nobility when a king is no longer in a power. So basically, from this verse, it tells like um, unintelligent person who try to have their material desires fulfilled might worship demigods based on the qualities, like example, like some people might worship Lord Shiva, some people might worship Saraswati Devi for knowledge, some people worship um, different form of demigods. So they all basically are vanquished. The benedictions given by the demigods to the men's are vanquished. So so I think in the end, like of course it there needs to be mercy to worship and serve Lord himself. And I'll just read one last sentence from the purport that says, whether full of material desires, free from material desires, or desiring liberation, a person who has broader intelligence must by all means worship the supreme whole, the personality of Godhead. This is the duty of perfect human being, one who has the shape of human being, but those whose action are nothing but those of animal is called Nara Pashu, two-legged animal. The human being who is not interested in Krishna consciousness is condemned here with a Nara Pashu. So um, basically, as you understand um, from this verse, that we need to be of service to Lord and use all our qualities, all our knowledges for the service, and um, be in the association of devotees, and try to be on Krishna conscious path, unlike those who are trying to worship demigods. I think that's all I had, Veena Mataji. Sorry if I made any mistakes during the course of chanting the verses. It has been a long time since I have participated in this service.
Thank you, Mataji. You are fantastic. It didn't feel like it's been long, but it's really nice to hear from you after so long. Very nicely you said the story of King Chitraketu. I could almost visualize the pastime. Nicely you narrated the verses and said the key points. And I also like the fact that you picked up the points from the purport and read to us. So very nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you,
Just
Mataji, for the opportunity. Thank
yeah,
you.
just two quickly points I would really reiterate that the point that you made, that we think when we do something really nice, we feel very happy thinking we did it, but
Yeah.
actually it is the Supreme Lord. He's the creator. He's the maintainer, destroyer, everything. And the key point is for us to know that Lord is limitless and his potencies are limitless. And we have to use all our qualities in service of the Lord and be in association of devotees. That was a nice key point you highlighted. Thank you so much, Mataji, for the wonderful presentation. With that, devotees, we conclude our Bhagavad Sangha program today. Thank you all for joining. We'll see you all next week with another devotee presenter.